Back again, fellas. We are going to look at the heater core on the 86. We need to replace it. Carpet's wet. There are videos out there on it. I'm just going to go ahead and cover it on this channel because why not? So let's get started. First off, you want to take this speed nut off the box. There's one right down here on this corner, and then there is one on this opposite corner under here, and you can find it. It may be easier to get under the vehicle and look for it if you're not familiar with where it's located, but you can get in there with a 7/16 or an 11mm socket with some extensions and get it out, so it's not too big a deal. So after that, we move to the inside of the vehicle, and it appears somebody's been in here and screwed some stuff up. There were some fasteners that were supposed to be in and I found already missing, so unfortunately we're gonna have to do some repair. There's one bolt on the side of the box that needs to come out. It was not in this vehicle, so it's already loose, and if you can see, it's all quite loose. So we will have some things to fix up in this region too. The zip tied where the cable goes through the blend door linkage, and that's an issue, so we may have to hit up the old parts Burb for some parts, and hopefully that stuff isn't broken too. So got some high quality duct tape around this part of the duct. You know, really makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Having another thing to fix. We'll take this portion of the vent off next. If I can get this camera set up, we'll show it to you here in a minute. You guys can see right in there, there's a little bolt through the red retainer clip for the end of that cable. We'll take that bolt off, and then we'll take some flathead screwdriver or something and pop the cable off the end of that and take it loose. And then we will remove this bolt on the side that has this harness to it. Okay, so there was the one bolt on the side. These lower two are the studs that you already took out from the other side. There's a stud higher on this side that you already took out. So try to pull the box kind of loose from the firewall a little bit. I may have one more bolt up there. We'll have to look. These hose clamps are rusted enough. I can't get them loose. I've tried descending sizes and to no avail. So I already cut the top one as flush as I could. There's that hose off. I'll cut the bottom one now. See if I can get this out of the way here. Oh, pardon me. That didn't help at all. Anyway, I believe you can probably see. So, we'll get the old Rockwell wiggle saw in here and see if we can't cut her down. Bam! Like butter. Oh, sorry again. I think I managed to, oh yeah, I managed to stay out of the box. So that's a thing you want to pay attention to. But she's good, so they're cut off. I'll get the rest of that hose off and yank her through. Alright guys, we are back on this heater box. I had some trouble. I decided not to show the disassembly of it because it wasn't fully assembled the last time somebody screwed with it. So, there's some broken things on this box. This tab broke. Some of that one broke. That looks like that's all. This bracket was rattling around down in here. Not sure where that goes. This piece was sitting similarly to how it is now. This tab has been broken off. I took this pin out so I could get this plastic deal off the rod. It's broke there with the dirt and the crack. I mean, it's all been broken for a long time. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. There's another, I have a Suburban out there we're gonna steal some parts from because it's a no title situation. So, couple other things on this box. The rod that bolts to this is the selector that goes between floor and upper vents. So, kind of need to fix that. So, if I can't find this as a replacement somewhere, I'll make something out of steel or something else. We will see on that. Everything else on the box looks okay, I believe. I'll keep it for parts, but I'm probably going to use the one off the Suburban. We'll go ahead and pull this. I'll show you how to pull the heater core out here. looks like somebody did was replace the heater core and do a really super awful job of it. So it looks like this heater core is new, but they never finished the install. And they broke a lot of stuff on the way. Kind of ridiculous. So I'll probably hook up a pressure gauge to this and pressure test it, and if it's fine, I'll probably put some caps on it and stick it on the shelf, since it looks pretty new. What I will do is install the brand new one I have, probably to the other heater box. But worst case scenario, one way or another, I would have taken this out just to recycle it, even if this box does end up being trash. So, bam. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you something while I'm putting this heater box back together. So there is this flap door here. It originally had some foam wrapped around and stapled on both sides. Well, on probably every square body that still exists, this is rotted out on. Gone, deteriorated, into dust, whatever you want to call it. But it's not present anymore. So what I did, I have this kind of roll of wide, almost camper-sized foam. I wiped it down. Alright guys, so wanted to show you this real quick. This is just some about 1/4 inch thick by what looks like 4 inches wide, like some camper shell foam, something like that. So usually on these flap doors, they are, well shit, we already recorded all that. Let's just, alright, so I'll give you a look at where I put the foam. So I put a piece here because the foam I showed you that's stapled over is gone. So that'll provide somewhat of a seal on that side, and then I put some up there so when it opens, it should provide some sort of a seal up there, as much or more as it ever did. So that's that. Alright guys, so we got our heater box reassembled. We took it apart, cleaned all the nasty mice poo out of it because this was from a donor that was sitting outside for quite some time. At least a year since I've had it, and a while before that. So I took everything apart, cleaned it all up, made sure everything operated correctly, got all these linkages back where they were supposed to be. So all that's in there. I replaced one of these studs from the other box, or this one from the other box, because that one was broke on here, and there's some others broke on the other, so apparently it's a common thing. They get rusted, and then they just snap off when you try and loosen them. So there's that. I got the cable bracket back on there. We did take the cable that was from the Suburban donor, because it was broken on the other one. So this will go here. In front, the cup will go in front of there. It'll squeeze back till you can get the screw in it. Sorry, on this side. Leave it loose, hook it up, and then you'll check the range of motion and set this accordingly. So we'll start off with it being very similar to where it was and try that and go from there. So when we do that, I'll show it to you. As far as that goes, the heater cord's back in. We're going to stick the box in and finish running our heater hoses. And then we can dress everything else up after that. I put this foam to replace what was there previously. It's this roll. It's 1/2 inch wide, 3/8 of an inch thick, and it should be plenty good. So, time to reinstall this dude.